Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's a late night edition. It's a Thursday night. eBay has taken off for us today, and I wanted to talk to you about Facebook wearing me the F out, and I swear to I'm ready to kick a puppy over it. Not really, I love puppies. But let me get set up. I'll show you what today's sales have been and why eBay has taken off for us. Taken off, taken off, whatever. Grammar's not important, right? Give me a second, I'll get set up and be right back with you. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Max. I am the fast talking flipper, and we have a treat today. Angie is actually out here. She does exist, and so does Kovu. Here's my little man. Hi, little man. He's gonna come over here and see me now that I've called his name. She's out here helping me out tonight. We had a busy day. 10 items have sold. What we do is we're resellers. I don't know if I told you that. I didn't tell you that. We're resellers. We buy low, we sell high. Buy it here locally, and we sell it online for a profit. Buy it from thrift stores, yard sales, you name it, we'll buy it and we'll flip it. But today on eBay, for some reason, we have been volume slow, dollar slow a little bit, probably about, I'd say about 60% of our normal volume of what we would normally do as far as dollar-wise go, and probably half of what we would normally do on how many items would ship out of here. We've had good sales, but they really haven't, we haven't done the volume. Normally we would sell 7 to 10 items a day. That was what our normal average was, and we would do about $300 on average a day, and we've been way down on that. But today, for some reason, bam, sales kicked off. We did 10 items today alone, $873 right there, and I've sold quite a few of the car parts. Yesterday, I took you for a tour, or was it a couple days ago? Anyway, you'll get a video before this one, a tour of the quote-unquote junkyard outside. And I'm going to go into more detail about what happened with that and why Facebook Marketplace has been wearing me out. But first, let me run down through these. I've already pulled the orders because I didn't want to be traipsing around. I've got some stuff set up in the back where I'm going to be doing some painting, so it was a little bit difficult to get back there. But I wanted to just go ahead and pull orders. We sold a Ramones 8-track right there. $99.99 plus shipping, an amazing 8-track. This was one of the ones that told me it was going to be a good buy. When I saw this Ramones in the Facebook Marketplace listing, I said, ooh, I'll look that one up. And this Ramones tape was $75 on eBay. Actually, with the sleeve and everything, it sold for even more, $99.99 plus shipping. The next one is the Azzaro Sport. Don't know, never heard of it. $23.95 shipped. This one is shipped. $23.95 shipped. Not too shabby because we have $2 into that. I bought 47 of these things for $100, so a little bit more than $2. My math isn't quite right on that, but $2 into it, turn it into $23.95 plus shipping. Donkey Kong Country Returns, a Wii game, got about $1 into it, sold it for $13.99 plus shipping. The next item, this is a good one. We sell car parts on occasion, and this is one of those car parts. This is a weird piece. This is a dual pass on an intake manifold for a supercharged car, and that dual pass end plate is actually about $200 new. You have to unbolt it here, and then you have to pull parts out and turn them around and put it back together and everything, and then put this part on your car. And your car will be down that whole time while you're doing all that. Sold this piece for $349.99 plus shipping. Holy cow, where in the world is it going? Because the total price was $481. It must be going to California or somewhere crazy, because that's a whole lot of shipping on that. But the end plate's $200. The intake manifold is about $200. So give or take, you're saving a few bucks to get it from me. Plus, you don't have to do the work to take the cores out, because it has weird little water cores inside of it. So that thing sold on eBay, and I think that I will start shifting most of my car part sales to eBay. And here is why. After I did my video of touring the junkyard the other day, I went ahead and grabbed a whole bunch of pictures of stuff that I've been sitting on that I need to get sold. And normally what I do is I just have Facebook Marketplace listings, and I've got 37 of them, and they just trickle sales in. And it's not a bad deal for me. But I wanted to do a purposeful blast where I would spam Marketplace and the yard sale groups and all the groups that I'm in, and show them all these parts that I have for sale. And I did that. 53 different posts. put them all in all these different groups. And what I got was a slew of absolute idiots messaging me. It turned into, so far, that was 3 days ago that I did that. It has turned into 4 sales. 4 sales. And I would bet you that I have gotten 300 messages from my postings. The one that really turned the table, that got me to the point that I would shove someone down the stairs over, it was ludicrous. He asked on my posting a whole bunch of questions about a set of car seats. And I gave him all the answers that he wanted. Then he private messaged me, asking me more questions. And he wanted some pictures. And I said, okay, I'll get you more pictures than what I've already taken. And I went out and purposely got him pictures. He lives in the Toledo, Ohio area. I'm down near Cincinnati. And he asked how much the seats were. I said $350. Not a terrible price for Recaro seats. If you've seen the other video, you've seen the seats. $350 for him. He replies with, how about $250 to ship them? And I thought, well, maybe he was saying he'd give me $250 for shipping plus the $350, and I'll actually get the picture of the conversation so you can get an idea of what this is. He replies with $250, and he meant shipped to him. $250. These would have to go on a pallet. Pallets are not cheap to ship. It would probably be about $250 just for shipping to get them to him. And I said, no, I can't do that. That's too little. His next thing is, okay, well, tell me about the turbo kit that he had seen for sale in the advertisement. And the turbo kit is a $2,000 piece. Now, the guy just lowballed me to all hell and back on these seats. And he wants to talk to me about a $2,000 turbo kit. And that's when I lost my cool and said, why in the hell would I give you a price on that turbo kit or talk to you about that turbo kit when you can't afford $350 seats? That has summed up my entire experience with this past go-round of posting car parts for sale. And I'm wondering, because I haven't done that in a while. I haven't done it in several months. I used to do it quite often, but for whatever reason, I've gotten away from it because sales have been slowly rolling in. I didn't really need to post some things, but we've gotten a whole bunch of inventory in lately, and I need to get rid of some. I really need to turn it over, and I need it to go out a little bit quicker than what it has been. And there's been a lot of people in the game, so I've been waiting on doing that. So now here we are, and I'm posting this stuff, and it's different. It's completely different. Everybody wants to window shop. Everyone asks all these questions. They'll ask a whole bunch of questions. They'll get to the point where they've got the price. They feel comfortable with buying it, and then they ask, where are you located? Ask where you're located first, because if you're not willing to drive to get it, then it doesn't matter the price. It doesn't matter how good of a deal it is. If you're in California and I'm in Ohio or next to Ohio, you're not going to drive here no matter how good of a deal. Just isn't going to happen. And that's usually the way it is. I'll be selling a motor and they'll say, where are you located? Oh, I'm in, Ohio. Well, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm not going to be able to get that deal. Well, why did you ask me, 10 minutes worth of questions that I intently answered for no reason? This is just window shopping. That's all it is. Or my next favorite one is 10 minutes worth of questions, intently answer them, and then they end it with, I'll get back to you when I have the money for that item. That's a good one. That's always a good one. It makes me, I tell you what, it makes me to the point where I really think that I'm going to switch and just start listing the things. One idea that I had was, as I get a question for a part, I will just go ahead and create a listing for that particular part on eBay and direct them to the eBay listing, where there is arm's length, so to speak, between me and them. Yes, they still have my Facebook, but what I can do is just tell them, hey, there it is on eBay. You can deal with it there. My key takeaway that I'm worried about there is I'm creating a barrier to entry for purchasing an item, because they may not have an eBay account, number one, or number two, they may not have a PayPal. That's something I've been running into a lot lately. Another thing I've been running into on Facebook is they agree that they're going to buy it, and then they want me to get it packaged and ready to ship, and then they will pay me. And I politely explain, I don't ship things, I don't get them packaged until I have a reason to package them. Money in hand is the reason. And it's usually a weird conversation from that point out. So I don't know what's going on with that. That's new, and that has been going on for a couple of months now. But I think that's what I'm going to start doing, is just putting stuff on eBay and trying to get away from dealing with this Facebook marketplace, because it's ridiculous. I made a post on my personal Facebook page, and a lot of people reiterated the same thing, that they're just so fed up with dealing with marketplace and dealing with buyers that have a voice. Because that's the beauty of selling on eBay. You never hear from the people. They just buy and they go away. The only time you hear from people is when there's a problem, and I'm happy to fix a problem. I have no problem with making things right, but it's when they make a problem out of nothing and they don't even buy anything from you. They waste your time. So that's my rant. Tell me what you think. Remember to comment down below. Tell me what you think. I'd like to hear from you about what you think about selling on eBay, because it's driving me, or selling on Facebook, excuse me, because it's driving me absolutely bananas. Got a few more items I want to tell you about that we've sold today, because it has been a busy day. So the next one here is Resident Evil Archives. Not a big dollar game, $19.99. Looks like it was $19.99 shipped. Not a bad game. Still only $3 or $4 to ship. That guy right there goes in a poly mailer. Goes in a poly mailer, grams and pops. Poly mailer, poly or bubble mailer, one of the two. It doesn't go in a box. Oh, that's another video coming up. I can't believe they made a video about that. Absolute insanity. I'm going to make a video about that, about how we... I get why they do it. I 100% get why they do it, but I'll talk about it in a different video. And I offered that they're going to come up for the reseller rally. I said, we'll have a good debate over some cheese conies. Grams and Pops resale shop. I don't think you've watched any of those with me. But Grams and Pops resale shop. Another, we'll link those, because I guess we're going to probably watch some of those tonight, because Angie hasn't seen them. The next item that I've got here is a Toshiba forehead VCR. Not a bad little guy there. I think we got this. Was this one of our?
What's the location?
No, it doesn't have a number at the end of it.
That might have been my group up.
Gotcha. I think we got this in our reseller lot, but it sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Not a bad little one there. The next one is another one of our Red Wing shoes. Red Wing shoes. Here you go. Women's shoes, $79.99 for those. Love when the shoes fly out of here, because we only have $8 a piece into those. Got a Nautica cologne back there, $9.99. Not a big dollar one. If you break it down by piece, I actually lost money on this one, because I paid a little over $10 a piece for the colognes, but there are plenty of them that sold for well over $10, so I'm okay with losing one here and there. One of our first ever listed items, a set of Belova women's watches, untested, unworking. We don't know anything about them. Sold them to $19.99. These have been listed since June of last year, so long-tailed item there, but finally going out of here. My last item tonight is a golf head cover. TaylorMade golf head cover here. I don't know, got it with one of my golf bags. I've got so many golf clubs that I need to pull out and list. But I got that with one of my golf bags. Sold it for $16.99 plus shipping on that one there. And then I did have a couple car parts that I sold. Sold this guy here, a little gauge, Air Force Interceptor gauge, $160, 170 total shipped on that one. This pillar pod and the 2 gauges in it, $250 shipped. This is a AEM Uego, measures your exhaust gases, and a boost gauge there. Sold those for $250 shipped. And I've got a couple other pieces that I sold, but I can't think of. Oh, I'm looking at one right there. This guy here. A dash cluster. A dash cluster is $60 shipped, going to Texas, so probably cost us $15 or so to ship that, maybe. And then I have a couple other pieces, but I haven't pulled them yet. The problem with the car parts is if they're still on the car, it might take me a few days to get them out. And that's the beauty of selling them on Facebook. I don't have the metrics of worrying about eBay breathing down my neck saying, you got to get this stuff out. If I take a week, oh well, I take a week, and I communicate with my buyer that, you know, it's going to take longer than I thought, because I'm pulling the stuff off. So these gauges, they do have cables and stuff that I need to pull out of the car. I just got the gauges out tonight. It was too dark to get the cables and run it all without worrying about cutting stuff on accident or whatnot. So they'll go out in the next day or two. I'm going to set up a package pickup. I'm rambling. It's 11 something at night and I want to go inside. But I wanted to get this video filmed because eBay has taken off for us. Let us know how it's looking for you on your eBay store. Has eBay, picked back up? Is it not? What do you think about Facebook? Remember to comment down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Do all that stuff. We're creeping up, getting closer to that 100 subscriber number. I'd like to see it go up more. Once we get to the 100, we'll do the giveaway. But until the next video, I need to come up with a catchphrase, and I haven't got any help. I always say that until the next video. Well, I can't say until the next video. I'll see you on the next video. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, I'm signing off. We'll see you on the next one.